Hello and welcome to another YouTube video. In today's video I'll be showing you the entire Sluban World War II Army Edition army figures. It's basically Lego, but it's not, because that would of course be copyright. Yeah, they're very good minifigures. I'll show them all. I finally managed to buy them all. You can actually buy, I'd say a tip for buying them, don't buy them in the shops like the Imperial War Museum Dux or Imperial War Museum London, because it's actually very expensive. I mean, £3.99 each. Go on Amazon, you can get a whole box for £25. That's all 12 of them for £25, which of course mathematically works out as cheaper than buying them individually for about £3.99. So I'll show you all of them, and yeah, just give you my opinion and show you the collection. I really like them. They look really cool on display, and yeah. Okay, I've turned this light on, so hopefully that makes the lighting slightly better. This is what you get when you buy the box, and what you'll see if you try and see it in the store. So we'll go through each soldier and just tell you each one about. First of all, we have I'll show you the actual figure, which are over there with the guns and all the pieces and everything. These are just the boxes, but you keep the box because, oh my god, they look so nice on display. They go all over here. That's just some extra ones I had. It looks so nice. I'll show you that at the end. First, we have the French light submachine gunner. Not quite sure what era, because of course France during World War II was, well, they did more in the Pacific theatre than they did in Europe, quite frankly, in French Indochina, their main colony over there, against the Japanese. This is definitely, though, Dunkirk. They wore this during the Phony War, and just as they'll make that, you'll see that very much in Dunkirk and also Paris, just before France fell. So that's a light submachine gunner. And then we have the heavy one, the Bren gun. The French were infamous for their big Bren guns. These are honestly, this is very much more what you would see during the French-Algerian War of Independence. French very much still use these guns in Algeria. Because the French ones look very nice and accurate. I really did like them. Yeah, so the French ones. Next up, we have the British ones, or just England, although it has a Union Jack, which is, of course, inaccurate. So this is, again, by the camo, I'm guessing North African campaign, but it doesn't really matter. So you have just a typical British soldier there with his 303 rifle. And then here we have another one, again, with a light Bren gun with the slanted banana magazine. The Japanese also had the same type of gun, of course, their own model. Also, the British use these good portable machine guns, and basically it's up from the First World War Lewis gun. So they're the two English ones. Here we have China. Again, China, they definitely did perform quite a lot in World War II more than they first imagined. I mean, a bit funny really, isn't it? I mean, they had a civil war. During the Civil War, the communists versus the Republicans. The communists, of course, in the end won, but during World War II, they did ally together. They worked so hard together, but they thought they'd have a revolution. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, they did wear these grey uniforms, China did. Not camo, just grey. So yeah, very independent colour there. Same gun. I don't think they actually used either gun. They definitely use pistols, obviously, but those more like German pistols than Chinese ones. It doesn't really matter. I mean, this isn't here to be tactically accurate. So here we have the Russian soldiers, not real ones, of course. Just Lego ones. I mean, you don't really want to see a Russian soldier in the moment, but here we have 3 of them. So here we have the Soviet soldiers, although they do look by far the best. I mean, inaccurate completely to what the Russians' uniform actually was during World War II. But yeah, though, the Russian, not too much to say really, but just similar to what they wore before. That one's pretty accurate though. So, and then finally we have the United States of America. The Marines, these are very much called the Marines. You'll see in the Navy, they'd wear stuff like this, which is, of course, what the Pacific Theatre, hence the Pacific Ocean Navy. So, yeah, they had, well, this one is very interesting. It's actually a spring. It does actually function. I didn't put the spring in the gun because I wouldn't be using it that much to actually have like a toy. I actually quite like the American ones. Got a pilot there with the goggles. I think this one would have worked better with a pistol because it is very much a pilot. And a little submachine gun as well. Okay, so I'll now actually show you the minifigures in person. This is how they all look on the display. Pretty good. So here are the actual minifigures in person. There's a little instruction booklet you get with every one. I like to complete it there. And here we have all of the soldiers, and they look really quite amazing, all lined up. I mean, look at that one. The gun. That's pretty cool. And of course, a little shell launcher there. Very nice. And I polished these a lot just to make sure, look at that reflection, they stay clean. I have two. So I actually bought these separately than I bought the big box. So I actually have 14 rather than 12. Here are all the spare gun casings you have, which also look quite nice. So yeah, it's a very good collection. I do recommend buying it. Like I said, only £25 for all. All of them look very nice, as you can see, lined up on a display. Again, they have no function, no purpose. They're just a display item. I like them. You look at them, but you don't touch them. It's as simple as that, really. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next YouTube video. Goodbye.